Hello students, it's me your teacher Miss Faradiba from Peshawar Model School Nushara branch. Today we will discuss our 8th lecture from class 10 chemistry unit number 9 chemical equilibrium. Today the topic is equilibrium constant and its units. But before going to discuss our topic, I would like you to subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share our videos so you will watch our upcoming videos. Okay, now let's come to our topic. What is equilibrium constant? Equilibrium constant can be defined as the ratio of the product of the concentration of the products to the product of the concentration of reactants at equilibrium state would be called the equilibrium constant. The ratio of the product of the concentration of the products to the product of the concentration of the reactants at equilibrium state would be called the equilibrium constant. Okay, now look at here. The numerical value of Kc for a particular equilibrium system is obtained experimentally. The chemist examine the equilibrium mixture and determine the concentration of all substances. When we know the balanced chemical equation of a reversible reaction, we can also write the equilibrium constant for that balanced chemical equation. Okay, now look at here. This is the general reaction. In this reaction, here are two reactants A and B. When these react together, it will give us the product C and D. We can calculate the numerical value and unit of Kc by putting the equilibrium values of the product side at the numerator and reactant side on the denominator, and the coefficient is raised to the power of the substance in chemical equation. Okay, now look at here. In this equation, these square brackets shows the concentration in mole per decimeter cube, and the K shows the equilibrium constant. The C shows the terms of concentration. At the top of equation, these are the products. At the bottom of equation, these are the reactants. And the exponents are the numbers in front of each substance. These are the exponents in front of each substance, means these will be the moles in any balanced chemical reaction. Okay, now here are three conditions for the Kc. Kc has no units for a reaction in which number of moles of reactants and products are equals. Now look at here. Here is 1 mole of hydrogen and 1 mole of iodine. When it react together, it will give us 2 moles of hydrogen iodide. Means here is 2 moles and also here is 2 moles. So these will be equal when we write the Kc expression for this chemical reaction. That would be like this. Kc is equal to hydrogen iodide whole square. What does it mean by this whole square? It means that here is 2 moles of hydrogen iodide and divided by hydrogen and iodine. Here are 1 mole of hydrogen and 1 mole of iodine, so we will not mention 1 mole here. When we write unit of Kc, it will be like this: mole per decimeter cube whole square divided by mole per decimeter cube multiply mole per decimeter cube. So this will cancel each other. Here are 2 moles per decimeter cube, so both of these will cancel with these. So here we will get no unit. So the unit of Kc will be 0, or we say that we will not get any unit if the concentration of reactants and products are the same, or the number of moles of reactants and products are the same. The second one is if the Kc has units for a reaction in which the number of moles of products is greater than the reactants in balanced chemical equation. It means if the number of moles of products are greater than the number of moles of reactants, so that would be so there will be the unit of Kc mole per decimeter cube. Now look at here. Here is 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide. So we will write NO2 whole square, and in the reactant N2O4, so we will write N2O4, and here are 1 mole, so we will not mention the 1 mole. Unit of Kc, when we write the unit of Kc, so this will be like mole per decimeter cube whole square divided by mole per decimeter cube. If we write this in the open form, so mole per decimeter cube multiply mole per decimeter cube divided by mole per decimeter cube. So we will cancel this mole per decimeter cube with 1 mole per decimeter cube, and at the end we will get 1 mole per decimeter cube. So the unit of Kc will be mole per decimeter cube if the number of moles of products are greater than the number of moles of reactants. The third one is Kc has units for a reaction in which the number of moles of products is less than the number of moles of reactants. Look at here. Here are 1 mole of nitrogen and 3 mole of hydrogen, and at the end it will give us 2 moles of ammonia. So for the Kc expression we will write like this: Kc is equal to NH3 whole square divided by N2 and hydrogen whole cube. So if we write the unit of Kc, it will be like this: mole per decimeter cube whole square divided by mole per decimeter cube mole per decimeter cube multiply mole per decimeter cube per cube. So if we write this in the open form, it will be like this: unit of Kc is equal to mole per decimeter cube multiply mole per decimeter cube divided by mole per decimeter cube multiply mole per decimeter cube whole cube. So we will cancel this mole per decimeter cube with this one, and we will cancel one of this mole per decimeter cube with one this mole per decimeter cube. So at the end we will get units of Kc will be like 1 divided by mole per decimeter cube whole square. So the unit will be 1 divided by mole per decimeter cube whole square. It means that the unit of Kc depends upon the equation. It varies from equation to equation. Means that if the number of moles of reactants and products in any chemical reaction will be changed, so automatically the Kc will also be changed, because it depends on the number of moles of reactants and products in any chemical reaction. Okay, that was all about the equilibrium constant and unit of equilibrium constant. So if you have any questions, so you can ask me in the comment section, and thank you so much, students.